Hi everybody, welcome to 5th grade open house night presentation. My name is Elizabeth McKeever. I am here with Mr. John Anderson, Mr. Marvin Puspokey, and Mrs. Lily Raisler. We are excited to share some information with you about 5th grade. Please make sure this year, anytime you have any questions or concerns, comments, anything you might need, please reach out to us. We will give you some contact information at the end.
So at the beginning of the year in 5th grade, we are incredibly deliberate in how we start the year. The students, they learn the 5th grade expectations. They're learning how to be successful students. Everything that we are teaching them is helping them to be successful for this year and the following years at CMS. In 5th grade, we all work together to strive for consistency. And we spend a lot of time just making sure that the students know the expectations and that they are successful in meeting them. This year, we are departmentalizing, which means Mrs. McKeever and Mr. Puspokey are going to be teaching language arts, and myself and Ms. Raisler are going to be teaching math and science.
In language arts, we use the collaborative literacy curriculum, which is pretty awesome. Making Meaning is our reading curriculum and the name of our reading book. We do whole group lessons where we have a mentor text, where we do read alouds, and then we talk about reading strategies. Kids share, think, talk, reflect about what they've learned and what they're learning about reading strategies and how to just be a better reader. We also do independent reading every single day. And while kids are doing independent reading, I, myself, or Mrs. McKeever will confer with the children and just discuss the books they're reading and also how to be better readers. We have a vocabulary section that we do for this as well. And then when we move to being a writer in writing, we do whole group mini lessons with read alouds and mentor texts as well that show really things that are written quite well. We talk about different writing strategies, different writing genres, and again, we share, think, reflect, and share writing with each other.
One of our biggest things that we would like children to be doing is reading at home. It is important that they're reading every single day, including the weekends. We have lots of books here at school. If students need books at home, they can take home the books from our classroom libraries, or they can check out books from the library at Oak Point. We do have Epic on our iPads. It's a wonderful app that has many, many books for students to read. It does require a paid subscription after school hours, so it's not the most easy thing for students to do at home, but they can use that all the time here at school. And research shows that reading growth and math growth is heavily impacted by the amount of independent reading that students do. They read every day at school, but we really need them to also be reading at home, and we really appreciate your support with that.
In math, we use math expressions. So this year in 5th grade, every student is going to be working through the 5th grade standards. They are going to be completing IXLs that are aligned to the standards at their level. One of the tests that the students take at the beginning of the year will tell us where their strengths are and where the struggles are. And what we do is we align the IXLs that they are assigned with their struggles. And this way, every student is able to work on their math skills where they need to be working. Students will have assigned homework nearly every day. They will have some time during class to work on it, depending on how long the lesson takes. But what you can do is you can check their planner every day to see what their math homework is, if you are curious what they need to be doing. Students will have a math binder, and they will also have a workbook that they are going to be using this year. But please allow the students to do their own work. Avoid offering too much help for them. Students do their best learning when they struggle a little bit, when they feel that little bit of frustration. But when they are able to work through the problems, that's when the best learning happens.
A typical math day looks like students arriving to class. We check their homework for completion, their day-to-day homework. As long as it is completed, they have tried. Maybe they did struggle or get a little frustrated with some stuff, but they tried it all. They do get full credit. We go over the homework answers. We have any questions and answers on trouble spots or things that we're noticing were a lot of misconceptions, and we just make sure that they understood what they had to do yesterday. After that, we go into notes, which are all interactive. They're trying to get students as engaged as possible in their learning. We do a lot of problem solving, adding own thoughts, sharing. We do a lot of working in whole groups, a lot of working with partners so that they're talking and using great math language. Homework will be assigned and again written on that planner, and then students will hopefully have a little bit of time every day to start their homework.
For math grades in 5th grade, 75% of the grade is going to be based on tests and quizzes. Students will have a test for each unit that we go through, and there will be quizzes throughout the unit. 10% of the grade will be based on the IXL work and the completion of their IXLs. And when we start assigning IXLs, we will explain how that works a little bit more. And then 15% of the grade is based on the completion of the homework. If your child needs any extra help with the lesson, there will be a chance throughout the year to look back at the notes, and there will be opportunities that we are using some Play Pause videos. But if you ever have any questions, please contact Mr. Anderson or Mrs. Raisler for any extra help that we can do before or after school.
In social studies and health this year, social studies will be incorporated in the language arts class later in the year. And health this year will include a growth and development section in the spring.
For science, we're going to be implementing the new science curriculum this year, and we are using something called Amplify Science, and these units are aligned to the state standards. The 4 big units that we are going to be covering this year are patterns of earth and sky, modeling matter, the earth system, and ecosystems restoration.
A little overview of the Amplify Science curriculum. It is a very heavily literacy-based curriculum. We do hands-on experiments in every unit, which are always super fun for the students. There's phenomena storylines at every grade level that again help students get engaged and connected. Students are the role of the scientists. There's mysteries, investigations to really connect back to those Minnesota state standards and make sure they are understanding them.
So this is the phenomenon-based teaching and learning. So the scientific phenomenon is an observable event that occurs in the universe that we can use science ideas to explain or predict. So within each unit, the student is going to take on the role of a scientist, and we're going to be working together to solve that phenomenon.
And here's a little example of how topic-based versus phenomenon-based is kind of different. So when we're talking about topic-based, for example, ocean habitats, that's a topic. But phenomenon-based, a sea turtle can survive in an ocean habitat where sharks live. So how we're going in to explore that, and it's a little more specific, it's a little more explorative than just a topic.
A few things that are unique to 5th grade. We use a lot of data and testing. One big number that you're going to hear a lot about is 85%. When we're working, especially like on wake-up quizzes, we strive for an 85% throughout the grade. And we work with the students so that they know the data. We talk about ownership of their own education, and so we work with the students, we teach them what the data means, and we teach the students how they can use the data to help them with their education. So we share with them their FAST data, their weekly wake-ups, we share goals with them, the results, and we use strategies are incorporated within the study skills, test-taking skills. Parents need to be in Schoology so that you are able to follow along with the child's progress. If you are not sure how to get onto Schoology, or if you have any questions within Schoology,
we will be sending home a sheet of paper that has all of those directions along with a code that is specific to you. We will be sending those home very soon.
Yes, perfect. So within Schoology, then you'll see a 5th grade home course, and so within there you will find a lot of information that goes along with 5th grade. So like assignment boards, approved apps list, contact information, schedules, grading information, lots and lots of information you will find on there.
We will go over how Schoology works with you at conferences if you have any further questions about that. We are off to an absolutely fabulous start in 5th grade. We are so excited for all the things that we have done so far and all the things that we are looking forward to doing this year. Thank you for your support of your children. We absolutely love having them here every day. On the screen, we have our names along with our email address. Please, like we said at the beginning, reach out anytime you have a question, a concern, or if there's just anything you would like to share with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.